Washington, D.C. has turned the National Building Museum into a wonderland of children's literature. Using children's books, it's an immersive journey into architecture, engineering, and design. Maxim Adams has the story.
Showcasing over 150 children's books from 28 countries and 5 continents, written in the last 200 years. The new exhibition at the National Building Museum is called Building Stories. The exhibition is one of the most ambitious ones the museum has ever had and will stay open to the public for a decade. Aileen Fuchs is executive director of the National Building Museum.
Well, the National Building Museum, our mission is to inspire curiosity about the world we design and build. And I can't imagine a more joyful, wondrous, on-point way to do that than through the lens of children's books.
Classics like Winnie the Pooh and Alice in Wonderland meet contemporary children's books like Harry Potter and Jumanji as immersive landscapes, 3D pictures, video and audio installations bring them to life. The exhibition also shows how books can change the societal narrative.
Think of Pippi Longstocking, a book from Sweden, originally from the 1940s. She's totally self-sufficient, and which is the opposite of the way children are often allowed to live in the world.
Leonard Marcus is an expert in children's literature and the exhibition curator. He handpicked every book for this exhibition.
Some of the books are about home itself, some of them are about leaving home, some of them are about not having a home and having to cope with life in that situation. Some are about being forced to leave your home, as a refugee.
Many children's books depict fantastical worlds where kids can be in control. The change in perspective and scale also plays tricks on visitors. A gallery called Scale Play makes visitors feel very small, emphasizing the idea of navigating the adult world when you are young, a recurring theme in children's literature. Kathy Frankel works at the Building Museum.
What we really realize is that children's books at their base are about finding your place in the world and finding your grounding, which is just such a lovely sentiment, but it's also what we're all about here at the National Building Museum. We are not just about these structures, we're about how they impact you.
American author and illustrator David Macaulay dedicated one gallery to the process of creating children's books. He took his book about Rome architecture as an example.
Desperately looking for the right way of paying tribute to the city. So even that was all in color, and I then threw away the color and thought I should keep it black and white, keep it simple, so that you really appreciate the richness of the architecture, the details, and so on.
On top of exhibitions, the museum has a reading room with over 200 books to be enjoyed. And the youngest visitors can also create their own story from special soft blocks. Maxim Adams, VOA News, Washington.